Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part 3. I think I'm gonna have to split the second video up into 2, so there's probably 2 videos there of cards and gems here in Legion of Agora's patch. It's absolutely insane. What a buff! What a patch! Just insane. Amazon is the tried and true way of shopping for anything you need or want at the lowest prices. Support the channel at no cost to you by doing your Amazon shopping through the link in the video description. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the cards portion. So, starter decks, they've been increased from 8 to 12 cards, and each one of the following cards have been granted to all accounts. So more cards for more people. I 100% agree. Thank you, Epic. That is absolutely huge. Everybody should start off with all the cards, all the gems, in my opinion. You have to provide everybody a fair and balanced set of tools to go in. Because, I mean, people could be competitive, people could not be. If they're not competitive, it doesn't matter. And if they are, then it truly does matter. So we need all the cards, and I absolutely love it. So the Death Affinity here. Finder of Playthings. Increase the slow magnitude from 20 to 30%. That's going to be really, really quite substantial. And reduce the cooldown from 80 seconds to 55. If you are a death support and you want vision or death anybody, it gives power and mana regen, man. Finder of Playthings. It's fantastic. Do it. It's absolutely fantastic. Get it. Really good. Grinning Spectre, increase the projectile speed from 600 to 700. It's pretty damn slow, and reduced, and which means actually that it will catch up to a lot of heroes now. Most heroes, it will catch up to you because base movement speed has been reduced. So unless you have a mobility card or mobility ability, it's gonna get you. Reduce the Spectre formation times because it took forever, and the execution threshold has been increased to 20%. Grinning Spectre and Nameless Curse, which has also been increased in damage, just about a little bit, 80 more damage, and it happens faster. Grinning Spectre, Nameless Curse, Moragesh with maybe Sleeper Agent, you're dead. Like, there's no way you're surviving from a Moragesh. So that's really crazy. Plague Lord Malink, reduce the slow magnitude from 15 to 10%. I really like that. It was maybe a little bit too much. Maybe a little bit too much. I really like that. Possessed Brycan, reduce the health regen from 12.5 to 10. Woohoo! Yes! Finally. It is so dumb. And hopefully that is enough. 10 health regen is really good. 10 health regen is still really good. I think that makes it more in line. Taskmaster, no longer grants gold when executing your own minion. That's kind of whatever. And Withering Shadow, damage has been reduced. It was pretty crazy. Really good wave clear, and you know, still does good damage. Knowledge Accelerator, reduce the cost from 1,500 gold to 1,200. It gives you 3 minutes of insane movement speed. Yeah. Black Ice Routine increased the slow magnitude from 30% to 50%. That is substantial, and now that may be something that you're like, oh yeah. Especially if you're like a Crunch, maybe, which synergizes very well. If you're a Richter, that's going to be really good. Cryo Agent looks absolutely ridiculous. Increase the power from 13 to 18. Increase the slow magnitude from 20 to 30%. And it can happen every 2 seconds. Oh, Cryo Agent. That's going to be insane, man. Echelon Shoulder reduced the fade duration from 1.5 seconds to 1. Just so that you can stand in one place and get into stealth faster. So maybe confuse your enemies more, or just hide faster and get into position faster and get that charging AoE damage up faster. Echelon Soldier, it's such a creative card. I really love it. Generator, reduce the cost a little bit. It does a lot, man. 75 mana regen, I do believe, every second until you are max mana. That's insane. Try it out, especially on Narbash. Mana Flow Acolyte now actually displays how many stacks and doesn't have double the effect sometimes. OPD Militia, increase the damage from 100 to 120. Oh, OPD Militia. on Zinx is going to be absolutely nuts, man. Absolutely nuts. Rejuvenator, increased total health restored from 120 to 160, and the total mana restored. Guys, consumables are looking really good. Stasis Rune, I'm really hesitant about this. Reduce the cooldown from 75 to 25 seconds. If you remember when Stasis Gem was the meta, literally everybody had Stasis Gem. It sucked. It really sucked. Stasis Rune, I hope it's not the meta. Thaumaturge now correctly displays the power gain from your maximum mana. Order! Brilliant Fortification has been reduced in its gold cost, which is really nice. I think is a really awesome card. It just seemed like 1,000 gold. You're like, a whole attribute point to get a Brilliant Fortification? Oh. Yeah. Crippling Glare. It was just a status effect bug. Domain of Stillness. Reduce the cooldown to 55 seconds and reduce the mana cost. So there's a lot more reasons to use Domain of Stillness now. Definitely an option. Form of Grubbish, a new card. Finally, here in Paragon, we have a new card. Granted 1 copy to all players, even starter decks. That is fantastic. Thank you, Epic. Amazing. Cost 13 intellect. Stats 15 power. For some reason, it gives you 180 max health and 210 max mana. I do not understand why there's health on here. Health is for vitality. Period. Yes, you can have some on an intellect, but 180, I don't get it. Epic, I don't get it. Delineate the 3 attribute trees. Make that present on the cards. I don't understand why there's 180 max health on this card. But, hey, check out this active. Morph target enemy hero into a bug for 3 whole seconds. They can't do a damn thing. They can move around, but they can't do anything else. 100 mana cost and 50-second cooldown. If you can make the enemy Muriel into a bug, she's doing nothing for her team. Put the enemy Richter, like anybody. That is insane, man. Absolutely insane. So that's going to be really, really powerful. If there's one hero that you just do not want to deal with, boop, 3 seconds, and they're basically doing nothing. Gates of Salvation now displays a cooldown. Oh, it's always was really like, when am I healing people? I don't know. Stagnant Dominion increased slow magnitude from 20 to 30%. That is substantial, and increased the duration to be 50% longer, 1.5 seconds. And the Void Drone doesn't proc it, and the Burning Sensation doesn't proc it. So it's on ability hit, which is always what I thought it should be. And yeah, so it's gonna be good. You're gonna be like, do we go for Plague Lord instead of Stagnant Dominion? Now it's like Stagnant Dominion because Plague Lord. Yeah, I mean it serves a different purpose, obviously, but Stagnant Dominion, very good. Order casters, guys, order casters. Especially being in the mid lane, you can get wards. It's going to be really good. Yomi Guardian increased damage block from 70 to 100 and reduce that cooldown to 55 seconds. If you are an order support, especially melee, pretty much if you're only melee, I suppose, get Yomi Guardian. My goodness, get Yomi Guardian. That is going to be so good, especially if the enemy team has 2 carries. Yomi Guardian, you can dive towers. You can be like, who cares about those carries? It's going to be so damn good. Yomi Spectre, they reduced the duration of when you were revealed simply because I do think that was it was a little too long. 10 seconds, especially on something like a Kalari. Yes, it's a good counter, but it was pretty ridiculous. Growth! Apex Predator got pretty heavily reworked. Adjusted the cost from 2 Vitality to 5 Intellect to 7 Intellect. So it's a caster card. Increased the power from 10 to 13. But also does 18 ability defense. No longer grants attack speed. Reduce the max stat count from 40 to 30, so it gives you less power overall, but reduced the ability defense of opponents when at max stats from 24 to 18. So in total, that is what? 36? No, 40... 36. Yeah, no, I was right. 36 ability defense once done, and reduce the cooldown to stack it to 3 seconds. So you know what? It's a sort of caster tanky card for ability defense. Very, very interesting. Again, I don't really understand the ability defense on all all intellect, because it has nothing to do with tankiness. But there you go. There's Apex Predator. Chanting Shaman increased the mana regen from allies from 50% to 75%. That's really nice. Chanting Shaman is really underestimated. Provides really good mana regen. Exoskeleton has been reworked, and oh boy, is it damn good. No longer reduces damage taken from enemy heroes by 6, but you regenerate 30 health over 30 seconds after taking any damage every 6 seconds. Insane. That is insane. That's going to be absolutely fantastic for getting poked down. If you're in the solo lane, if you're in the mid lane, anything, any lane, that's going to be really, really good. Malik Nosher, this is insane. Increase the damage, increase per stack from 4 to 8. What? Oh my goodness, that's going to deal so much damage. Wow. So that's a huge buff to Malik Nosher. Spry can adjust cost from 2 Vitality 4 Intellect to 1 Vitality 5 Intellect. I really agree with that. Makes it much more viable for supports, especially caster supports, intellect supports, to get it and do stuff. So that's really strong. Thunder Cleaver, check this out. Increased damage from 100% basic damage, that added cleave, to 125 basic damage, and reduce that cooldown to 14 seconds. Insane. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage to your side attacks. You're dealing more damages on your side attacks than you are on your main attack, and that burst damage. That's just crazy. Trapper has received a buff. Increased slow magnitude from 2% per stack to 5% per stack. Yes, I did maybe see that it didn't do too much. But holy crap, man. 50% slow by the end and increase the root duration from 1 to 1.5 seconds. Trapper is going to be insane, guys. Trapper is so dang good, man. Yeah. On a fast hitting carry. Wow. Vengeful Mire also looks much better. Increased slow magnitude of 15 to 30%, but reduce that slow duration instead to 2.5 seconds. That's going to be really good if you're a tank and you want to stick onto your target. Vengeful Mire and really disrupt. That's going to be really good. Chaos Amplification Engineer is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. Reduce the cost from 4 agility 9 intellect to 2 agility 10 intellect. It now costs a total of 1 less, and which means you can use Application Engineer on like Grinning Spectre or any other 13 cost intellect as well. Reduce the power from 24 to 20. Reduce the max mana from 210 to 180. But they increase the damage from 8% to 12% current health that the enemy takes while you use an ability. Insane. 50% damage increase. Increase the radius to 1300 and no longer deals damage to minions, only to enemy heroes. This is insane. Amplification Engineer on a Shinbi, on a Countess with Reactor Beast. Absolutely insane, guys. Okay, absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Deathcrawler abilities, which are considered a basic attack that cannot crit, no longer place Deathcrawler's passives on cooldown. So, for example, Drongo's Rad Rounds would proc the passive, but it wouldn't deal the damage. So yeah, you can see that that's a little bit of an issue. Living Guardian reduces the duration from 10 seconds to 3 seconds. I agree. I didn't like it should reward you for always basic attacking, not for basic attacking and just standing around. Absolutely 100% agree with Living Guardian. I really like that. Riot Sapper increased the percentage of current mana drained and therefore dealt damage from is 25 to 40%. 40% of somebody's mana, you can just go and they're dealt that damage. That is insane. So Riot Sapper with a Bellic, if you really want to be anti-caster, the enemy team has 2 casters or something like that. Oh boy. Riot Sapper. Yeah. Tireless Reaper increased the percent of the mana refunded on ability cast from 25 to 35%. That's really good. Tireless Reaper is going to be really solid. And you know, it's a good card. If you want to poke, it'll really do something. They've just kind of cleared some stuff up in terms of the tooltips and the status bar for all of that. Gems, round of applause for Epic, because all Paragon players, existing and future, are now granted 1 of each gem in their inventory. Congratulate, absolutely fantastic round of applause. That is a huge step towards equalizing, normalizing the battlefield that people play on. 100% agree. Huge round of applause, Epic. That really makes my soul, really solidifies my faith in them. Mana Reactor nerf increased the damage taken per 1 mana restored from 6 to 7. So now you need to take more damage to get the same amount of mana. 100% agree. It's just too damn strong. Reflexive Purify increased the damage taken threshold before cleanse from 300 to 400. Again, it would always proc because of so many, because of so much damage. So that I really like to see that. And the UI. The UI, huge changes here in the UI. Cards on the HUD now show the number of effect stacks accrued plus a number of uses remaining. So finally, you can be like, what my cards? What are they doing? Where are the stacks? There they are. Health bars. You can now pick where your health bar is, and they have pip markers every 250 health, in addition to the 500. So you can now pick to have your health on the top of the screen, on the bottom of the screen, below your abilities, or in the corner within the player status frame. Really love that. There's a new player status frame. Don't really know how that looks, but normal or advanced. Normal, similar to what we previously had with experience, gold, etc. Or you can have the advanced with that adds attributes, basic attack damage, attacks per second, basic armor and ability armor, etc., etc. Just so you can choose how much information you want. Positions have been updated to carry, support, mid, jungle, and solo, not off lane. Players are now required to select a position prior to selecting a hero in draft. Love it. Absolutely love it. Love it. Emphasizing on positions. I love it. Players may choose conflicting positions, but there will be a warning. You are now only shown the loading screen tips for your selected position to help with education, and players now spawn in the position closest to their position's lane. So where your spawn pad is now closest to your lane, which I've always wondered, why can't that just be done? Lane guides guide players to their selected lanes. These are automatically disabled 5 minutes and can be permanently disabled. They're just a little thing on the ground that you can see. It's a little visual indicator that helps you follow to your lane. Again, helping with onboarding and helping with education. I love it. Ability upgrade panel cooldown is now displayed. Current ability level is now displayed. I've always wondered about cooldown and other things as well. And now you can scale the UI. Yes. So if you want it bigger, a little bit impaired vision, or you just want it smaller to get out of the way, you can decrease that. I love it. Draft has been visually redesigned to support picking your position before choosing your hero. Positions are kind of the bigger things, kind of, and just to emphasize that in the draft lobby. Cooldown out of mana alert now have a filling graphic, so you can kind of see how long till that cooldown is off or how much mana you need, and just a lot of things, a lot of smaller things. Updated the animation and sound of the team comms to make them more noticeable. They were pretty small, and just a lot of other things in here, guys. Go and check it out. It's unbelievable. There you guys go. What do you guys think of Legions of Agora? What a huge change. Paragon, such a bright future. I can't believe this. The laning phase, I hope, is being emphasized. It's hopefully being it's pushed. I hope that the new lane dynamics encourages longer games just a little bit, but with the new damage and all the slow, I hope that it just I hope the gameplay is really good, because I have been at my lowest of lows that I think I've ever been lately, and this really warms my heart, warms my soul to see this. And let me know down in the comments, guys, if your soul is enlightened too. Patreon allows creators to offer their fans a way of supporting them and what they do. With flexible and painless payment options, anyone can support their creator for as little as $1 a month. If you would like to help me do what I love, check out the link in the video description to learn more. Please like this video if you like it, dislike, share it, community, of course, guys, subscribe. If you guys found this useful, especially if you enjoyed it, please subscribe so I can do it for you in the future. Check the video description, links to my website, merchandise store, and Amazon affiliate link as well. It's all of my social media. right here. Till next time, like always, guys, stay optimistic and positive.